So today is 7th of February. Fear is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Yep. So good morning everybody. I'm back with another daily stoic chapter. And my name is Ayush Gehlot, a BTech third year student. Fear is a self-fulfilling prophecy. अभी नाप लेके उठा हूँ 11:30 सोया था. अभी 12:50 हो रही है and I'm really goddamn hungry. And I thought कि आज 2 वीडियो बनाया जाए. So fear is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Many are harmed by fear itself and many have come to their fate while treading fear. Seneca Obdius 992. Only the paranoid survive. Andy Gruber, famous CEO of Intel, famously said it. It might be true, but we also know that the paranoid often destroy themselves quicker and more spectacularly than any enemy. Seneca, with his access and insight about the most powerful elite in Rome, would have seen the dynamic play out quite vividly. Near the student who exercises excises, Seneca tried to curb, killed not only his mother and his wife, but eventually turned on Seneca, his mentor too. The combination of power, fear, and mania can be deadly. The leader, convinced that he might be betrayed, acts first and betrays others first. Afraid that he is not well liked, he works so hard to get others to like him that it has the opposite effect. Convinced of mismanagement, he micromanages and becomes the source of mismanagement. Also, on and on, the first thing we fear or dare, we blindly infect ourselves. The first time you are afraid of some supposedly disastrous outcome, remember that if you don't control your impulses, you lose your self-control. You may be the very source of disaster, so fear. It has happened to smarter, more powerful, more successful people. It can happen to you. So the next time you're afraid of supposedly disastrous outcome, remember, if you can't control your impulses, you will lose your self-control. You may be the very source of disaster so far. It has happened to smarter, more powerful, and more successful people. It can happen to us. Fear is a self-fulfilling prophecy. The things that you fear comes head on to you, asking you the same questions, and somewhat you fall in the impulses. मतलब मैंने देखा है जिंदगी में कि बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि जिन चीज़ों से अपन डरते हैं, जिन चीज़ों से अपन दूर भागना चाहते हैं, वही आगे अपन को चिपकती है. Some way or the another. If you say something कि यार ये गंदा है, ये बुरा है, तो it's more likely कि वो आपके साथ होगा. If you have seen it, कि आपने किसी चीज़ से सूख की हो या किसी से डरे हो. मेरे साथ तो मैं बहुत डरा था कि मेरे को है ना प्राइवेट कॉलेज में नहीं जाना. I'm fucking sitting in a private college, it's my third year. That is what I really feared, and I had some other fears too. But if I don't play with my impulses correctly, I'll fall into that fear as well. So my fear was कि मैं पढ़ाई लिखाई करूँगा या नहीं करूँगा, प्राइवेट कॉलेज में एडमिशन हो जाएगा. देन फिर प्राइवेट कॉलेज में क्या होता है कि इंजीनियरिंग में इंसान नहीं पढ़ पाता, प्लेसमेंट नहीं लगता. So he ends up preparing for government exams. And the cycle of government exams, you keep on preparing, your parents give money to you. It's a loophole, right? And that is what really dreadful for me that time in the 12th, 11th and 12th class, which demotivated me for doing this, because मैं क्यों करूँगा जब मुझे पता है कि कुछ होगा नहीं. That was my thought. And the more thought of going for government job, कि मेरे पास आसपास मेरे लोग थे ऐसे जो गवर्नमेंट के प्रिपेयर कर रहे थे, एंड they were failing at it हर कहीं पे. That was the time in my 12th class. So my fear came true. I got into a private college. मैं अपने मम्मी पापा के पैसे नहीं लगाना चाहता था, बट सी पैसे लगा रहा हूँ. 3rd year भी हो गया. आई एम लिविंग इन हॉस्टल एज वेल एज फिलिंग फीस. स्कॉलरशिप भी चली गई है. इट्स बैड. So this was the daily stoic. अभी बज रहे होंगे 1. Fear is a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's up to you. You really need to control your impulses, and hence you'll get to wherever you really want to. So मिलते हैं.